Hello everyone, it's Mish here and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping by, and if you are returning, one of my crafty friends and kindred spirits, I welcome you today and let's hang out. Today will be another page in the Daphne's Diary Gluebook journal. I've been working on this for quite a while. There are tutorials for every page in my playlist, which is called Daphne's Diary. I believe it's just Daphne's Diary. Oh, I think it's Daphne's Diary Gluebook, but it's on my channel in one of the playlists, and you'll see there all of the tutorials that we've done. This series is using the images from Daphne's Diary just to create some lovely journal pages. Let me set this one aside. This one is really hefty. Then we created volume 2, and this is the one that we're currently working in. I'm loving doing those double page spreads that I've done. I don't know if I've done them all the last ones, but quite a few of the last ones. I think this was the very last one that we did. I'm still loving this one here. And then I love this girl. I love how that spread came out. And Chris, I did take your comment, and I've just put a little bit of deli paper in here. I'll cut it down to size because this is on a dimensional and this is on a dimensional. So when I close the book, they hook into each other. But I'm finding that this great idea, then it doesn't do that. It prevents it from doing that. And I just had a piece of this in my scrap bin, so I thought, let's put that down. I've already pulled out my background paper, so I'm just going to set this. I'm not going to set it way aside because I'm going to try to coordinate the two, not coordinate them, but I picked this piece of pattern paper just out of my paper pads. Actually, it's one of the new pads from Michael's that I have out right now, and it's called the Blue Meadow, and I just really like the shades of blue. And so I just took a page from that and cut that down because it had the gold accents, which kind of match with the other side. So I'm just going to set that up there for now. The issue that we are going to be working from is still issue number 1, 2025, number 1. And the images is going to be this teapot. So this was on page 22. It was a spread like this, and then it also had the saucers attached, and then when you flipped it over on the back side was this pattern. So I've cut that out, so we're going to make use of that. And then I looked around for an accent, and I found these cups on page 67. There's an option. There's a little cup there. And also on page, if I can get it here, on page 112, there's some food and a cup there. But, and there's, I didn't really see an option. Oh yeah, and this is where I got these cups, which was on page 117. I cut those ones out. I tried to cut it as small as possible because there's a little activity here, which we may do maybe next week. But this week we're going to do, it's going to be a tea theme. I was trying to swing it so it'd be a coffee theme, but I don't usually make coffee in a teapot. So, right. So when I cut this out, the thing I had to keep checking back and front was that the teapots aren't mirror images. So I needed to be careful not to really cut into the other images. And saying that, I soon came to realize that the back image doesn't really matter as far as this, the same print, because I'm not going to see that. I'm going to be gluing that down. What I needed to keep in mind was when I cut the top panel that it was a little bit bigger than the bottom panel. Okay, and I still could have cut, I probably could do that now. I still could have cut this a little bit better. I didn't cut out the inside of the handle because I didn't want to. The reason I left it there is I wanted the image to pop a little bit more, and I felt if I cut out that white in that handle bit, it pushed the image back a bit more. I don't know, that's just kind of how I felt in my brain. Now this back panel, like I said, it's okay to cut that a little bit better along that teapot. It's just the top one that I wanted to make sure was bigger than the bottom one. So, let's see. And then we can cut around here a little bit better. Okay, so I think that's good. I could have cut this a little bit better. I'm coming to you today from Halifax, Nova Scotia. If you are new or you forget. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, and then what if I got to be careful here. So I can't cut this out much more. I'm just going to leave that there because I don't want to make it so that I can see the back part. All right, so this is going to be my images. I see there's a glare off this glass mat. Just hang on a second. I broke my other glass mat that I had on the other side there. I set it down when I was filming, and it toppled over and smashed. Okay, so this is going to be sort of my general layout. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. There we go. Okie dokie. There. So what I want to do is think about before I get that down, I want to think about if I want to put anything under, which I do. So on this side, I have a little bit of washi on the top and the bottom. And I feel like I don't want to use the same washi, but I do want to use some washi. I pulled out some things that I'm going to need for this project. So I pulled out some washi, I pulled out a couple punches, some heart punches, this butterfly punch, so we may punch some stuff out. And I pulled out of a pad that I got from the dollar store, just some gold in case I want to maybe punch a butterfly or something. And I did cut out those saucers, but when I was trying to figure out placement and stuff, it just didn't go in my mind. But these are part of the images, so if you feel you want to embellish your page somehow with your saucers, I tried them sort of in the corners as an accent. That's a little bit too zoomed in. As an accent, and anyways, I decided against those. But I was looking at my washi, and I was thinking that I kind of like this for, it's lost some of its tacky there, for the cups to kind of sit on. And so I'm just going to help this washi a bit by putting down a little bit of glue. Not sure why that's not really sticky, but okay, so excuse me if my head gets in the way. And we'll get that down. Okay, that's gorgeous. And I'm just going to cut that. Let's put that over there. Okay, so I've got that down on my bottom. And the thing with the cups is it's a stack of cups. So I was debating, does that bother me? Because you're not really going to be pouring tea into a stack of cups, because sometimes I get a little bit too literal. And if that bothers you, you can just cut out a cup. You can cut out that bottom cup. I was trying to visualize if I just had the one cup. The thing is if I cut it, I can always put it back together. But I kind of like the stack of cups. I don't know why. It just makes me feel like there's more than me that's having tea. And I guess I could cut out and line up a couple. I could cut that bottom one, leave that there. This one looks almost in the shape of a cup, so you might be able to get away with putting 2 there. But I kind of like that, so I'm going to leave that like that. I can see this. I should have left a little bit more on that spout because I can see that just sticking out a wee little bit there. So I should have left a little bit more on the top part, but it's okay. It's only a it's only a collage. It's not the state of the nation. And I think it's how I folded it as well. So just make sure that. Okay, so I think we're just I'm gonna leave both of those cups. So we've got something started on the bottom. I also thought that I might put a row of this this is just gold. I can get it straight. Looks relatively straight. I kind of lined it up with the bubbles there. So kind of like that. Let's get those out of the way. And then, so then I want to get my coffee pot down and probably my cups. I did pull out a couple doilies because I felt that the doilies would help as well. Maybe. I didn't really play with the doilies. So that makes it look a bit feminine. I don't have one slightly bigger. I could go smaller and just have an accent kind of at the top like that, where the handle is. A little bit like that. Kind of like that. I've got an even smaller one that I picked these up at Michael's a while back, not lately. And let's see, I think these are one of the smaller ones that I have. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like having that just as a background accent. If you don't like it, then, you don't have to add it. I'm trying to get my teapot at the right angle. It needs to be pouring. I guess like that would be the best. So I'm thinking it would be something like that. Or a little bit higher. So it's going to be that high. I'm going to look at the top here. I've got this other washi tape because I want to have this underneath. And this is just a few little hearts. Today's a vacation day for me. It's Wednesday. This is going to come out Friday. So I had our vacation at work goes from April 1st to March 31st. So I had a couple days. I can carry over a couple days, but I had some time to take. So I thought, let's take it today. And I can do a little bit of... Okay, so then that's at the top, which I think looks cute. And I don't think I was going to put... I've got this other row of washi. Yeah, why not? I'm going to put that on too. And I'm going to line it up just with the bottom of the point of the heart there. Oops. Okay. Alright, so now I'm done with the washi. Let's just set that aside. So let's figure out this teapot. I pulled out some of this paper because I was thinking that we could make a banner thing. So to make my banner, I just try to get to the middle and make my first line, and then I make my diagonals from the corner to that center cut. I'm not the best at making those, but they generally turn out not too bad. So I was thinking to have that kind of at the top there, so that maybe I could put something there, like a butterfly or something. That there you can see on camera, but you can see that little place where I didn't get quite, oh, I'll fix that. I didn't get quite to the top of the little cut that I made. I guess it'd be better to do it on this side. So I'm just going to cut up to that again. And cut up to there again. And I think it's a little bit better. You can still see a little bit, but you can't, it seems like it's worse on video. Just that little cut there. Okay, but that's what I'm leaving it there. I could keep cutting all day. All right, so I think I like that, like a little banner. I'm just going to get that down with a little bit of glue. If you want to sort of layer your banners, then you could put another banner beside it, or I'm lining it up, trying to get it straight with the edge of the page here, like so, because I can cut off the top if it looks a little bit this way. How does that look? I think that looks straight there. So I'm just going to cut that off so it's even with the edge of the paper. Chessie, he's just come in and he's sitting at the edge of the table looking out the window. I was up late last night because I had the day off, and when I come into my craft room in the nighttime, I draw the blinds across because I just do. I don't want people looking in the window watching me in the night. Not that I'm afraid, I just draw the blinds. So when I went to go to bed, which was about 1 o'clock in the morning, I was in here doing some stuff for another project that I'll be filming maybe today. I looked outside and it had snowed some. And it's pretty much melted now. There's not going to be that many more days of winter, I hope. Okay, so I'm thinking that I want this a little bit higher because I want a couple drops coming out of the teapot. So I can put the cups wherever. So I could even put that off the page. No, doesn't look great. How about something like that? I think I'm liking that. Do you like it? Do you like the doily or not? I'm not sure. Yeah, I like it better with the doily. So it's the doily staying. We just need to figure out the best. Okay, so tilt about like that. Doily, in my eyes, about like so. All right, so I'm just going to get, excuse me, I'm just going to get the doily down about there. Okay, and then I'm going to get, there's nothing going underneath the teapot. We could put a bunch of gold thread. You've seen me do that before. So if you have some gold thread, you can just put a little bit of double-sided tape and do a bunch of loops so that the gold thread, yeah, I'm going to do that. Why not? If I can find my gold thread. It's getting low. I'm going to have to pick some more of this up at Michael's. So how I do that is I just take a little bit of double-sided tape and then I stick down an end of the thread, and then I make little loops. You can make as big a loops as you want, but I usually just do some little loops. So let's do maybe that loop, and then we'll go up and we'll have it come out the top of the teapot a little bit. And this is very fine thread. It's DMC metallic thread. ORCL is the one that I'm using. And it just gives, when you open up the page or you kind of move the page around to look at it, it just gives a little bit of a glint, a little bit of a reflection, which is kind of nice when you're doing, you know, when you're embellishing. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this because that's getting in my way. This is that. Okay. All right, so then let's bring it down to this corner. So my plan for today is I'm going to, I got a couple pieces of Happy Mail that I received, which I'm going to show at the end if you guys are interested. But my plan for today is I'm going to go over the post office. I'm expecting something in the mail from a supplier who reached out to me and asked if I wanted to do some projects with their product, and I said yes. So I'm going to go over there and see if it has come, and if it has, then this afternoon I'm going to be doing a few videos with that, which I am very excited about, and I hope you will be too when I post the videos. One of the videos I'm going to post is actually a project I did for the girls when they went, Em and the twins went to Dominica for the, you know, they're in university, but they managed to save and went down. Now this was not this year, and I don't think it was last year. Might have been the year before. The years are running by me. But, and anyways, I'll get on to that in a later video. Okay, so with this thread, you can see that it's very subtle. And when I put it down, you might not even be able to pick it up on camera. Oh, you can a bit. You can just see a little bit of that. I thought about putting this up on dimensions, but it's not going to work with what I kind of want to do. So I'm happy with that. So I'm just trying to think, is there anything else I want to put under the kettle or the teapot? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm gonna get this down. So I'm only going to put the glue on the bottom part of this fold out. I want to make sure none of it gets onto the top because I want it to be able to flip open. You know, I like the interactive pages. I really like the collage pages too, but I like a good mix. Okay, so we've got the glue on the back of that. We have our doily down. We've got our cups approximately where. So let's just put it right about there. Okay, so while that glue holds, or takes hold, I'm just going to cut this doily off. In general, I use Elmer's glue for my collaging. My mini albums, I tend to use a combination of different adhesives, but okay, so that's down. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece of Scotch tape, and I don't want it to show on the outside when I close it up, but I'm just going to reinforce this hinge a little bit. It will add a little bit of shininess, but I'd rather have the little bit of shininess than my hinge breaking off. Okay, so there's my teapot. Now I'm going to put, while I think about it, I'm going to put my little closure on. So I got these, the girls gave me these one year for Christmas, and I love using them. There's a lot in the package. They're for to go on the back of picture frames, and in the kit you get the little, you get this little thing, and you get the screws. So I just got a bunch of little black brads so that I could add it to my projects. So when I open it, then it opens up. Okay, so on the inside here, I'm just going to put this somewhere where I'm not going to lose this. So let's put it in my little tray here. And I'm going to put those aside. So in here, I made a little thing to me that looks a bit like a tea bag. You could make it smaller or bigger, but, or you could put, I debated, there was another image in the magazine that I thought would look so cute here, but I wanted to put this little tea bag in, and I'm going to take my mini attacher, and I'm just going to attach this. Do I want it attached to the front? No, I'll just attach it to the back. Okay, so I'm just going to get that in, and got it. Okay. So that's, and I'm also going to, just to make sure that doesn't pull out, I'm just going to put a bit of Scotch tape on that too, on the back, to hold that in place. And I made this little poem. Well, I didn't make up the poem. I've sent it out to some of you, although I meant to send out it this year again, but I didn't, but last year. But I modified it a bit. And so the poem says, on Easter Day at 3:30, make yourself a cup of tea. I'll think of you, you think of me, as blessed as can be. Okay, and I just thought that that would be cute because Easter's coming up. So, and when I close this, it's going to hide that. So I'm just going to get that down. This here was just some thin, that paper, that brown paper that comes on a roll that you use for wrapping parcels and stuff, or presents, and then stencil or something on it. I just cut out a bit of that. Okay, so I'm just going to get that on there, kind of at an angle, and then that's good for underneath there, I think. And then we're going to just close that up. And then I wanted to make a little tag. So I got just this little strip of paper, and I went into my little stamps, which I haven't been into my little stamps for ages. And I have these two little boxes. I'm not sure where the boxes came from, to be honest, but where I keep just some wee little stamps for things. And then at Michael's, and I think I might have got them because they were like, went on clearance or something. I think I got these at Michael's, I'm pretty sure. But I got all these wee little ones that are on, like, they look to me like little bowling pins. And there's all kinds of little words and images. And I've pulled out the word joy. So and then this is just a travel thing that I have. And I thought to put on the tea bag, that little the pull, or the little tag on the tea bag. And I don't care if this is straight or even. Oh, there. That's a good one. Okay, and then I just have a little wet wipe here. Put that back. And then I kind of thought, I wasn't sure if I wanted a little flower or a little butterfly. So I'm just going to try both. So I usually stamp off. Just hang on a sec. Okay. I don't want to press really hard because you can see if I press hard I get the sides. I could wipe that off, but alright, let's try this. Oh, that's kind of cute. So we got the little butterfly and the little joy. we have that kind of flying away. And then the other one that I picked out was just a little flower. Might be too big. Oh, that's cute too. Oh, but the heart's upside down. Oh, well, let's do that again. All right, where's my joy? Because I'll put that on the front and that on the back of the little tag. Joy. And that's the right way up for the heart. Okay. So let's get that done. All right, and all right. Okay, I'm not going to be too awful fussy about this. Okay, so that is going to be our little pull tag. So I'm just going to use this one and cut that off. If you want to round the corners a bit, and just do a little bit of corner rounding there. And up like that. Okay, and then I like this one here. The joy's a little bit helter-skelter, but that's okay. And then we'll just get that off. Like so. Okay, and then we'll put this on our tag here. Just want to trim this up a little bit better on that side and that side. Okay, and then I'm just going to use a little bit of glue and then just decide where we want the tea bag thing. Do we want it kind of thinking about maybe there? It might be a bit hard to pick up on camera, but it stands out quite nicely. Or we could have a long one and have it kind of down here. Yeah, I like it better down there or up here. Look, we could do it instead of hanging it down that way. We could hang it over here. Or up here. No, that looks silly. It needs to drape down over the tea kettle. So I'm thinking like maybe here. Fiddly with my fingers. Like there. Yeah, let's just get it down. I don't think it's gonna affect the whole collage. So let's just get that on. Okay, and then, gosh, making a dog's dinner of this. All right, there. Got our little tag. As a matter of fact, I was going to glue it down. But we can just let that free fall. If it gets in the way, then we can think about tacking it down. Okay, so we've got our little tag. We've got this. I'm just going to tighten that brad a little bit, I think. It's pretty tight, but okay. There we go. Right, so now we've got that. We have that. Let's think about getting our cups down. So the cups are going to go here, and then I thought about going to my sticker pads. I'm sure we all have stickers, and often I collect stickers more than I use stickers. The other thing that I had, which has fallen out of my tray, why does that always happen, is I have a saying that I wanted to use. I can just print it off again, it's no big deal. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's stuck with my gems. So the saying that I have is, happiness comes one cup at a time. So I really thought that was cute. So that's going to be where our saying is going to go. If you want to ink the edges, that's fine. If you want to put a little bit of, washi or a backing on there, that's great too. But I'm just going to get that down. Okay, so happiness comes one cup at a time. Okay, and then our cups. I think I'm happy with where the cups are. Right about there. I think that looks sweet. Okay, so let's get our cups down. Like so. And then I want that bottom cup to be straight. So then I did get out some gems that I thought we're going to put, there's a couple drops coming out, or at least one drop coming out of the spout. So I have these that actually look like little drops. They're hard to see, but I could do one of those and maybe a blue. I know tea's not blue, but maybe some tea is blue. I do kind of like that. I could do a couple drops of these little ones, or some clear ones. I'm going to do that little drop there. So I think I like that. I think I got these at the dollar store, but I'm not sure. The size of them feels like it's a dollar store thing. And I'm just going to use this light blue one. Okay, and then it's going to be like one little drop. Oh, that's cute. So that it just looks like a little drop coming out off the tea spout there. All right, and then what else were we going to do? So we cut out there. So I just took the opportunity to get the page into the book, and I'm happy where that is. I'm thinking now that maybe I should have cut out the middle there, but I didn't. So you can see what that looks like, and if that's not your vibe, then just try to cut the middle out. But just be careful that you don't cut it too small, and then you can see the kettle underneath, or the teapot underneath, in case, unless that doesn't really bother you. I did go to my sticker pad, so I'm not sure where we cut out, but I did use one of my Recollections butterfly sticker pads from Michaels to put a little, I'm not really sure what he is. Is he like a moth? I don't really think he's a butterfly, but, and then when I put it in, I was thinking, I just feel that I wanted to add something there, which was one of the reasons I pulled out just some of my scrap paper. Again, this just came from a pad from Michaels, or not Michaels, the dollar store, which just had a bunch of these different types of gold paper. And I pulled out a couple of my punches. So this one I've had for a while. It's still available at Michaels, even though I've had this a few years anyway. But this is a 5/8 heart punch, and then I don't know where I got this. I've had this a long time. It's just a butterfly punch. So I kind of thought that I would embellish this. I really like this butterfly up here, kind of flying at an angle. Because why not butterflies? Oops. Got the dropsies today. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking maybe like there. And it's hard to see on camera, but that really is glittery. Like that really picks up the light. And then I went back to my gems and stuff, because all butterflies need a little bling bling too. And see if I can do this without pinging it across my craft room. So let's put a little a little blingy on him so that he kind of looks. And then I had cut out another butterfly and a heart, which I threw across here. Because I was kind of thinking that maybe the heart might look cute down there, or we could do another butterfly. So we could have another butterfly down there, or we could do a little heart. Oh, there it is. I see it now. We could do this little heart so that we had... I'm kind of liking the heart, because it's something a little different. And we could... What do you think? If I put the heart, I can hear you hollering, I like the butterfly better. I think I do too. Let's see. Do I like it there or there? I like it right there. I'm not sure. On camera, I'm looking at it in the camera and on here. And on the camera, it doesn't look as nice as what I'm seeing it right there. But that's what I want to do. I could also put a little heart up here underneath him. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. So we'll get that down too. And then just gonna get one of these little gems. They need to be cut. So these are on this, they come on a, oh no, they come sort of all stuck together in a line. So I just take my scissors and cut them so I can get individual ones off there. Okay, and then I think I didn't on that side, but I'm thinking just for I don't know, just because that we'll put a set of 3, because 3 is my favorite number. If I can get those off. This one here. Oops. That we can do like a little set of 3 right here. Or here. I like it here. Do a little blingy there, a little set of 3. And we could probably do a little set of 3 over here too, but for that it won't really stick that great on there. So I think that that is our page. So we're going along, having a look through, dum-de-dum-dum-dum. And then we come to here. Then we can open this up and we have our little tea bag with our little joy, little tea bag underneath there, and our little saying. Or you could put yourself a little prayer, a little hidden message, whatever you want to hide in your a little message in your teapot. Okay, so that is our spread. Before we go, I did just want to show a couple bits of happy mail. The first one is from Carol Lemieux. Carol, I've been thinking about you a lot, and I'm hoping to get an email to you before this video airs on Friday. But she just sent me a lovely card, and then some napkins. So as you know, I've been doing this napkin swap with some of you, but look at him. Isn't he gorgeous? Owls are sort of one of my spirit animals for this year, I think. The hummingbird. I love, love, love the hummingbird. I love that there's a couple of those, and that butterfly is just gorgeous. I can see just doing a journal card, or I got a couple ideas for some of the napkins that we'll get into when I'm finished some of the projects I want to do coming up. And I just love that. I love the seasonal ones as well. Oh, look at the succulents. Oh, look at the birds on that one. Those are lovely. Some more florals. Oh, a whimsical fairy one, which may come in handy with my Marguerite. Always like the print ones. And then there's there's that. Oh, I collect rocks. I actually collect beach rocks, just like what's in that photo. And that's a lovely wreath. Oh my gosh, I love them all. So thank you so much, Carol. And like I said, I have been thinking about you, and I hope to get in touch soon. And then the second one, the last one that I got, I just went and got the mail. I gotta go get the mail today. So maybe by my next video, I'll have my project stuff. I got a lovely card. This is from Joy from Australia. So I just love her little journal card. And Australia, a little napkin. Oh, I love it. Oh, and look at the little owl family. They are precious. I love that. Parakeets. I think they're parrots. They look like. Oh, I love those bird ones too. It's just so interesting how different things are, like, of napkins from all over. I love that. I love the flower. I love the seasonal ones. The poinsettia. Love that. Oh, look at the little hummingbird. And then I just had a few little goodies. So we got a few little bags there. And then in here, because I collect stamps too, she's put in quite a few stamps. I love these so much. I love the canceled stamps. I love, the Australia. Those are just, I love, love, love them. Thank you so much, Joy. And again, I'll be using more of those in my collages. Some fantastic graph paper. I'm actually going to scan that because I just adore that. I don't even know, where would this come from, Joy? Just out of a book? Like a binder or something? But, so you can't tell that great, but it's like graph paper. And then some lovely sheet music. And again, I think I will scan this for use. So thank you so much, Joy and Carol, and all of you who send things in. I will be doing a giveaway. That's what I've been working on. Almost night, like I work, as you know, full time Monday to Friday. So by the time supper's finished away, it's 6:30 at night usually. And but I've been spending the evenings and any time that I get working on this project for giveaway. So I'll be announcing that soon. But till we meet again, I really do hope that you stay safe and well. You are in my thoughts and prayers. And bye for now.